So it's a bit nice and calmer now, isn't it? Um, we've sort of gotten over the and had a lot of time to assimilate the events around the Black Stars at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. From reaching the knockout stages in our first two World Cups in 2006 and in 2010, we've gone now then to playing in the last two World Cups and not making it out of the group. Also, we've gone the last two World Cups, so effectively we've gone six World Cup games and recorded one win, two draws, and quite a number of losses in the process. And whilst I think nobody ever pretends that Ghana is a team that will go to the World Cup and reach the semi-final every time and all that, and or maybe win the World Cup, I think that it's a reasonable expectation that the Black Stars go into these tournaments and compete favorably. And I think even after time has passed in between and we've been able to assimilate everything and calm down a bit beyond what happened on Friday, it is still that emotion that has been pretty strong. So even before the game, you would have seen Suleiman Tari suggesting that if Thomas Partey had played up to 25% of his intelligence, of his strength, and of his capacity, then he has no doubts that the Black Stars will be, to quote him, massively crazy. And he uses that to suggest that the Black Stars would have been very good. I'm more interested in how we move forward from here. So I think at this stage, it's inevitable that we need to think of moving forward. I think a few things have taken care of themselves. I think to start with, the future of this team is very bright. I said that we'll pick out the the reasons to be hopeful going forward, and I think there's a lot. I thought that throughout the tournament, Lawrence Atizigi was great. We've moaned about goalkeeping problems. I think that he's also number one now. I have no doubt in my mind the sort of saves that he put out of the tournament. We conceded 7 goals, and still our goalkeeper was one of our best players in the tournament. So I think that that area we are pretty solid, especially when you consider that Jojo Walcott will come back and be available, and that Richard Ofori is there. Dan Lad Ibrahim is a bright young goalkeeper. So that in my mind is a department in safe hands. Ali Seidu at right back, and of course the hugely exciting Tariq Lamptey offers us a lot of hope. Gideon Mensah left back. I think a lot of people have criticized Daniel Amati, and he didn't play great in the final game, but I think he's still a leader of this team. I'm excited about the fact that Jiku is still around. You've got, at Celta Vigo, Joseph Edu still doing the business, and then you've got also in the middle of the pack, Mohamed Salisu, who proved during this tournament that he was worth every single of the chase. So there are reasons to be hopeful. I think Abdul Salis was phenomenal. He told Thierry Nyan that he wants to contribute and make this team great, and I think that he showed he has the qualities to be able to do that. Basically all across. I think Inaki Williams, the best is yet to come from him. Hopefully Thomas Partey steps up a bit more. We may need still a sharper goal scorer. There were players we didn't see a lot of. Kudus is a main man, but we didn't see as much of Kamaldeen Sulemana. We didn't see as much of Kamaldeen Sowa. And based on what we've seen of him at club level, maybe a player who would contribute significantly to the Black Stars. Now, the part that I am happy about, I don't know about you, is that the coach of the side, Oti Adjei, has said he's leaving. But he said he was going to leave after the World Cup and that he wasn't going to stay. And I think it's important, and this is nothing personal against Oti Adjei, who I grew up admiring when he made his Ghana debut way back. Back then, had the cornrow, that gangly walk was really exciting. Went on to make 15 appearances for Ghana. My problem with Oti Adjei, the coach, is that he's too many times he's giving off the vibe and the impression that we should consider ourselves lucky that he is our coach. And for me, that's a major problem. It's a major problem because I think that when you watch the Argentinians, for instance, the players emit so much energy and passion on the pitch. When you look at the Ghana players, they do a similar thing, but not to the level that required. The fans, everybody, people put in so much to be at the World Cup. They invest so much resources of their own in the Black Stars. These players play for the pride of it, but they also play for the money, and pretty much Oti Adjei as well. So you want to see a coach who is invested in it. And too many times Oti Adjei has given us the vibe as if, look, you guys, be grateful that I am actually looking in your direction. Is that like that girl you chase who uses every opportunity to remind you that you are not my level? You are nowhere close to that. And for me, that's a major problem. I don't know why the GFA acquiesced to that, because this was a coach without a requisite, this it's not like Oti Adjei had done in coach things at club level that would have wooed or coached another national team. It's okay that we're using our team to build up. It was a good idea to take a Ghanaian there. But nobody should keep a main job in Germany and be moonlighting with Ghana. It doesn't happen. Which serious organization allows that? Show me one serious national football team where the coach of the national team can miss, the assistant coach of the national team can miss a major tournament like the Nations Cup, like Oti Adjei did in January. As assistant to Milovan Rajevac, Otto was not there. He was not. He missed it because Dortmund won't allow him to travel during the January transfer window. Now, clearly Otto sees his future at Dortmund, and I'm told that he wants to become the first black to coach in the Bundesliga, which is great ambition. But we've got to show ambition ourselves. And that ambition should not allow us at any point to drop our requirements and our standards for a coach who is now starting up. It should never happen. It's not like we took Pep Guardiola or Jose Mourinho on a part-time basis. So I'm glad he's leaving. I'm glad that he himself has come to that acknowledgement. I think that decision should have been made earlier. If he wasn't prepared to do this job on a full-time basis, there was no reason. And I really hope that the next appointment we make will prioritize the country more than anything else. I know that a lot of people will say that, look, you said Chris Hughton should have had the job. And I said, I frankly now don't care who gets the job again. But whoever we pick as our new national team coach needs to transmit the passion, energy, and commitment that all of us have in the Black Stars. We don't need a national team coach who constantly reminds us that I am doing you a favor. It's negative energy. It's not right. Should never be right. And whilst we wish Oti Adjei all the best, I hope that the Black Stars can find a new boss who proves that being fully focused on the national team pays. Thank you very much.